Please note, I reference a graphical glitch that does not exist in this recording multiple times. So, just be aware of it and stuff.
1998.
Hello. We are going to go ahead and do something I've wanted to do since the other video came out. And that was pretty much go through and compare the intro of the first Resident Evil to the remake. Well, first Resident Evil 4, I should say. The OG.
Community, Raccoon City, and hit the peaceful little
So first off, we're going to go ahead and go through this intro. And
not taking any chances.
it goes into more in-depth here that I see, but then that seems to be how, I don't know, seems like the original games had a bit more story that they just
The United
explained.
States government issued an indefinite suspension of business decree to Umbrella. Soon its stock prices crashed, and for all intents and purposes,
And this is
finished.
This is something that I am genuinely interested in seeing if they keep around that Resident Evil 4 that Umbrella has already crumbled. Because I mean, they were the big bad for the first.
That horrendous incident.
I guess you could say 5 games. Resident Evil 0 through Code Veronica.
I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of the president.
And then
I was to assume
they just kind of get killed off screen, so to speak. It was kind of anticlimactic.
Why am I the one who always gets the short end of the stick?
Yo, who are you really? Come on and tell us.
So we get these.
You are a long way from home, cowboy.
We already get the cheesy dialogue.
Sympathies.
What is going on with this screen tearing? Very interesting. I'm playing this on my laptop, but it's very interesting to see
All by yourself?
the visual, graphical issues.
Together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
Oh, you crazy American.
Although I don't know if it's coming through. We'll see.
I tell you, it's no picnic.
We will see. I will say that this feels a bit lengthy after playing the introduction for the remake, but I don't know. Maybe I've only played the demo. I don't know how the demo for this game was back in 2005. I did not play the demo because it came out on GameCube initially, and it was a GameCube exclusive for, gosh, I want to say 10 months. I think it came out in January 2005 on the GameCube. I was a PlayStation 2 kid, and it finally came out for the PS2 in October of that year. So I got the game and, never looked back. I was really jealous of all GameCube owners for a bit because as a PS1 kid, Resident Evil is one of the game franchises I really got into.
Must be my imagination.
Started off with Resident Evil 2. The story of my relationship with Resident Evil was a bit harrowing. It started off, I was not someone who read the instruction manuals back in the day. I just picked up the game and tried to figure it out as I go. And I couldn't get past the first stage, like the first street. I just could not get my 10-year-old mind wrapped around the controls, and I kept dying. And it was this game that actually put the fear of zombies into me. So I eventually went back, played 2 with Game Shark codes, giving me invincibility. I got to the part where Marvin turns into a zombie, and then it scared the bejesus out of me, so I stopped. So it took me a while, but I did eventually beat the game. And then I wanted to play Dino Crisis because I heard it was from the makers of Resident Evil.
I'm Ingrid Hunnigan. I'll be your support on this mission.
Loud and clear.
I really like just interjecting here in my story. I really enjoy how how in the remake they're using code names, while right now, right in here, they're just
whoever this group is, they sure
talking
picked the wrong girl to kidnap.
and not even trying to be
Good. Talk to you
I
later.
don't know, covert at all about it. It's just really hilarious to me. So we get right here into the game. This is all stock stuff. You can get mods for the PC. It's not something that I'm interested in doing. I'm trying to get used to the controls here because, again, it's been such a long time since I've played this version. The button layout is not how I had intended or how I remember it. So really quick, we're going to pause and take a look at this here. Standard, everything's standard. You got Leon standing there. In the remake, it's just, this is just hanging in the void, really, with smoke around it. So before we go ahead and get started in here, Resident Evil 2 was the first one I beat, and then through Dino Crisis I found the Resident Evil 3 demo, and that one is actually my favorite, which is why Resident Evil 3 Remake was such a letdown. So this is what I was talking about
Sir?
before, when I was playing the demo. He's just walking in here and speaking English. It's just a man. Why is it playing the spooky music?
Recognize a girl in this photograph?
Just an old Spaniard.
¿Qué carajo estás haciendo aquí? Lárgate, cabrón.
Sorry to have bothered you.
So Leon's just like, hey, man. And this guy attacks him. Get the hell out of my house.
Freeze.
Leon has the audacity to pull out a gun.
I said freeze.
I turned the motion blur on. I bet that's what the problem is here. Here, we'll just go ahead and do this. Damn, I sent him flying. And somehow, they all knew what was up.
Shit.
And murdered. They murdered a man.
Is everything okay?
There was a hostile local. I had no choice but to neutralize him. There are still others surrounding the area.
Get out of there and head toward the village. Take whatever measures necessary to save the subject.
Understood.
Yep, we just have enough time to have this leisurely conversation. Alright, so, the game just takes no hesitation in just jumping right into the action. So we're going to turn the motion blur off. And we're going to hope that helps. Looks like they've killed a lot of people. I hope Ashley's okay. He's not a zombie. I love how in this world it's either zombies or nothing. And I don't know, it's just super funny to me that Resident Evil, like gaming at this point and telling narratives, just did not, I don't know, it wasn't to the point where it is now, obviously, where they wouldn't just be like, hey, that's not a zombie. Because in this world, there's a lot more than just zombies. It could just be hostile locals. Oh, gosh. So here we are. We're getting right into it. Kick him. Kick him. Yeah, so the remake, I really like that they added the attack, like the ground attacks, like from Resident Evil 5. And I really like also that it utilizes Leon's knife. In Resident Evil 5, you could use Chris's knife. You could just, manually pull it out and do that. And the whole thing looked like a damn machete. But Resident Evil 4 Remake, here in Resident Evil 4 Original, you really don't have those options. You just have to down the man. If one of your enemies goes just downs, you just have to slash at them. That's all. That's the only opportunity you have. So this is one thing that I really like to do. This little. Here we go. Well, I'm here. Hope he runs through. We just had to lure him in there. I'm not gonna waste bullets on him. He can run through his own trap. It's one thing I noticed was lacking from the demo so far was those tripwires. But also there was more. Let's go back because that first house was only like what, 2 rooms? Well, I can't go back in. I guess they barred it from the outside. But it was only literally 2 rooms. And in the remake, they really expanded that and had the whole Hunter's Lodge thing. So I guess while they had, you know, a lengthy intro cutscene here that's missing from the original so far that we know, the story's fleshed out and told more through gameplay. What? No, that the motion blur did not help. We're still getting terrible tearing right there. You know, it could absolutely be a situation where it's the anti-aliasing. I don't know who's where right now. We're gonna go in here really quick. It wasn't the anti-aliasing. Nope. Yeah, that's right. Damn. I forgot about that. That was missing from the remake so far. No, I keep checking my back here. I don't know where these guys are at. Just kind of get. Oh, okay. Kind of got triggered a bit early, huh? Yeah, we'll just go ahead and waste the ammo. It's alright, they gave us ammo anyways. I was always pretty good at this game. Can I get one? Can I get one? Can I get one? No. I was trying to get the laser sight aimed, but it didn't happen. Here we go. This is the guy. He knows. He knows. So I didn't notice that girl, I think that woman, you know, with her head caved in and just pinned to the wall. Pitchfork, she's clearly missing from the demo. But game's a lot more violent, so there's blood plumes coming out when you stab the dude in the
How
neck.
you holding up?
Bad question, Hunnigan.
Sorry to hear that. I'm sending you a playing manual. Hope you find it useful.
Wow,
Take a look at
the
it.
days of the old manual. It's been so long since I played this. Yeah, we're just gonna skip it all. They let you do that first part and then give you the manual. Good old Resident Evil style. So here we are. We went through that. He's already on fire, already on the pyre. He's been stabbed through the chest, whereas in the remake, we just see him alive, getting burned. So you probably saw a lot of people run up to the house and then turn because here we have this path right here. The path was not so apparent in the remake. So I had noticed some content creators had did what I did and walked through the thing. Yep. Walked through. Oh god. So here's what I'm gonna do. I told y'all during the playthrough last time that you could literally just come up here and cheese the game And by Jove, I'm gonna prove it to you. Yep, they can. Oh. Alright, maybe it's not as easy as I remember. Alright. We'll go ahead and just climb right back on up. Don't you want to bet they just start chucking these mollies? See? Alright, so we got that guy. Alright. So the game is a little bit smarter than I thought it was. Which is absolutely hilarious. Whoops. Held the wrong button. Because I'm not used to the control scheme. There's no pathway through there. And see, this is all pretty tame. I heard the chainsaw man. Do not know where he's at. And so, in the remake, one thing that I'm noticing about right now is, oh god, is that they're not, I don't feel very pressed. Not like I do with the remake. The remake, they're just all over. And I mean, all over. I know there's a chainsaw man somewhere. He's lurking around somewhere. Here we go, now we get more. We're gonna do this the way that I did it the first time. I managed to completely and utterly avoid the chainsaw man my first playthrough in this game. And see, this is exactly what I mean. You just kind of... However, I felt like someone was coming up behind me. Did not like it. It's kind of bob and weave, and as you see, I just don't feel pressed at all right now. And we avoided the chainsaw man. So it is very possible to avoid the chainsaw guy, because that's what I managed to do the first time. This was literally like my exact first run.
Lord Sattler.
And then we're gonna get his iconic line.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Resident Evil 4. Oh, I just said Resident Evil. That's right.
Hunnigan, I have some bad news. I've confirmed the body of an officer.
So this is what we're gonna
Something's
get
happened to
pretty
the
much
people here.
right after.
Leon, you need to get out of there. Look for a tower
Right after the demo.
and follow the trail near it.
Got
That's
it.
at least what I think. All right. That bird spooked me. I thought for a second it was a thing. So we can go ahead and now walk through the town and get this stuff. I'm just gonna kind of go through, get some goodies, and narrate. It'd be funny if this triggered that cutscene, but it won't. It won't trigger that. And it was iconic, but this is legit how I ran through the game the very first time. Didn't have to deal with Dr. Salvador, and I was like, oh, so there's a way to get around it. And then I was literally never able to do it again until just now, funnily enough. Gosh, I keep pressing Y to get that open. So yeah, comparing the remake to the original. I mean, obviously the original has its charm and is considered one of the greatest games ever made. I tried to say best and greatest there. That's not how language works. But it's heralded as one of the best games ever made, and I had a whole lot of fun with it. I by no means am someone that had 100% of the game or anything along those lines, but oh yeah, I can move that. But I did play through it multiple times, unlocked the hand cannon, had a good time. Never got the infinite launcher or anything, though I did have an ex who did all that. Borrowed my PlayStation and actually did that, funny enough. But yeah, I was the kind of guy that just played through it. Look at that graphical issue. Funny. It's just weird how it's just messing up. It's just messing up, fam. Windows 11. I blame Windows 11 because I don't think I have those issues on my desktop. But we'll see. I might play it again on stream in preparation. We'll see. We will find out. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and can I exit? Retry or load. We'll return to the main menu. So that was our playthrough of Resident Evil 4. That's our little comparison. You can go back and check my commentary video on the demo, the path from the Hunter's Lodge up to the town. And as you can see, you are able to actually get around Dr. Salvador in the original. They made it pretty much impossible for you to do that, though it is called the Chainsaw Demo. So maybe it's changed up a little bit, where in the official release of the game, you'll be able to get around it if you're good enough. But or if you're just, I don't know what triggers it. I don't. The game has adaptive difficulty. Maybe I was just cruising through the game, keeping everything nice and calm. That's one thing I noticed when I first played the demo, is that I felt pressed. Right? I felt like I was fighting for my life there, all over the place. They are just pressing on you the whole time because there's so many at Ganado, but in this version, it wasn't that bad at all. And in fact, if you just avoid going in that house and you keep things pretty slow tempo, you'll avoid Dr. Salvador. So I hope you enjoyed the video of us comparing and contrasting the Resident Evil 4 OG versus the new demo. Go ahead, give this a like and subscribe if you liked it. And if you didn't, go ahead and tell me how you feel I could improve. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. And until then, have a good one.